Well, good afternoon, friends. My name is Casey of the 393, and this is my yearly nail wrap up. So, let's talk about nail art in a very specific kind of way. I feel like because of Instagram, there's this demand and need for crazy intense nail art, okay? It's almost become like this new air of expression, and most of us cannot perform this kind of nail art by ourselves. So I am very lucky, and I have my nail artist, Kristen, and she once a month gives me the most beautiful nails I could ever ask for. Now, let's talk about the kind of nail I'm getting to. So, I'm getting what's called an après-ski gel nail. So, basically, the difference is the nail is being changed each time I get it instead of an acrylic nail, which is being filled at every time. So, my nails are much healthier. They can breathe a little bit better, and I'm not getting the super thin nails when they remove them like I used to with acrylic, or they don't pop off as easily. So I go about once a month, but I thought that in the days before Christmas, it would be fun to talk about my favorite nail art for the year. So anything that I exclude from this list too, it doesn't mean anything. These were just the ones that really stood out, the ones that got the biggest amount of compliments, the ones that make me feel good as a person, and I think really reflect me and my personality. So let's get into it. So the first set of nails I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to insert pictures here when I start speaking about them, are my John Waters inspired nails. So as you see looking at them, you have a divine inspired nail, you have a teardrop inspired nail, a roach and pink nail, and eggs. The eggs, of course, I try to include references to like little items about whatever world I'm referencing. So the eggs, of course, are basically adhered to the egg lady from Pink Flamingos. Divine, of course, was the moment. She was everything, still is everything. So I had to have like a divine sort of face on there. And the tears, of course, are from Crybaby. The roach nail refers to Tracy's dress and hairspray at the end when she, of course, amends the roach. And the thumbnails are Pussy Willows as a reference for my favorite John Waters film of the 90s, which is Serial Mom. So that one, I had to explain it a lot, but I love it. 10 out of 10. Wonderful job. So the second set of nails I'm going to talk about are my Cottagecore Dream nails. So in the springtime, I wanted to have nails that were fun of the changing season, but not necessarily be like flowers or eggs, or I don't know. I wanted to have something that to me represented springtime. So these nails, as you can see, there's the top of the nesting dolls. The strawberries and the black, those are meant to be a sign of Russian lacquer. Of course, I have mushrooms and a forest scene. I love these because I think that everybody, like the caption on my Instagram, and I believe the caption on hers is, everybody goes through a cottagecore phase, right? Which is like, to me, if you grew up in the suburbs, if you're obsessed with fantasy, then I think you probably have gone through a cottagecore phase. I absolutely loved these nails, and one of my favorites, it was actually really hard to top an idea after these nails. The next idea I'm going to talk about is TV Dream nails. So this I just thought would be cool to include TV because I fucking love watching TV, and there's nothing really specific about these nails other than TV. You hit the nail, which is basically the coded color bars, like if a channel is off the hook, the static, and of course the actual TVs themselves. Love these. I got a lot of compliments on these, and I think that they're one that a lot of people ask me the story behind them. The next set I'm going to talk about are my cherub nails. Now, I believe these were only the second or third set of nails that I got from Kristen. The cherubs are little stickers that are on the nails with clouds and little gold flecks. They were beautiful. These were for Valentine's Day, and just like piece de resistance. They're so good, and I got a ton of compliments on them. I know that her post on her Instagram did extremely well, and it's really hard to top it. The next set we're going to talk about is the sci-fi tribute. So I love science fiction, and I really wanted to kind of do a tribute to, first of all, a set of press-ons that she did for me when, of course, essentially nails were shut down during the early days of the pandemic. She would paint press-on nails and then send them out to people. So these were a set of nails that they have some references to some of my favorite sci-fi books. There's one for A Clockwork Orange. There's one for Crash, A Little Ballad. I just really love these nails so much. And I love, of course, like the night sky. I think that sometimes when I have too many ideas, I like to do a tribute of a specific subject. And she just absolutely nailed it with these. So in the same realm of the sci-fi theme, the next set of nails are Twilight Zone nails. So, and if you watch the original intro to the Twilight Zone, there's kind of like the reference where they did the storyboard type stuff with the door in the eye. Each nail is just simply a tribute to the intro of the original television series. I love Rod Serling. I love what he was doing on television at that time, and kind of like a little homage to a local hero because his family still lives in the area where I reside, and it makes me kind of happy. I love it. So the next set of nails I'm going to talk about, we're winding down to like the last 2 or 3, is my Halloween 3 Season of the Witch nails. So these are just insane on a whole different level. So I think these are so good because each one is such a specific reference from the movie, and I absolutely am obsessed. You got the silver shamrock, you've got the pumpkin from the TV, and even on the thumbnail, she did a replica of the original movie poster. If you haven't seen this movie just because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it, then just go see it. I swear to God, you're missing out. The second to last set I'm going to talk about are my Invasion of the Body Snatcher theme nails. So these nails are an all-around tribute to the entire franchise, from the 56 version to the 77, which are my 2 favorites, to even the more recent adaptations like 2006's. You have the movie poster of the original. You've got that weird texture nail, which is made to be a sign of the bubbles that they would pump out to essentially make it look like people were changing inside the pods. And of course, an actual pod that was used for the movie, which I also have right here. I love this franchise, and it was kind of hard to come up with the storyboard, but she nailed it. The last set of nails I'm going to talk about is my Silence of the Lambs nails. So Silence of the Lambs is a big movie in my life because it was the first horror movie that I was really allowed to watch by my very conservative parents, because it was an Oscar winner and it was under the guise of a psychological thriller. I think people in recent years have figured out that this psychological thriller is essentially a horror movie. So, of course, we've got Hannibal Lecter's mask. We got some blood to reference the cannibalism, of course. And then we also have the lotion on the nails, which was an excellent touch. I love that. And then, of course, the death head moth from the iconic cover of the movie. So that was my wrap-up. Those were my favorite nails that I rocked this year. And, of course, I have more. I want to do one of these once a year because I feel like it's one of the things that makes me really happy in the time of this pandemic. In front of this time, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it on here. So one thing I will do in the description bar is I'm going to link all of Kristen's studio information. She's not taking clients right now, but I would really appreciate it if you went and followed her on Instagram. I'll also put my socials down there, and stay tuned for the rest of the week and with new content coming your way. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful Christmas, New Year's, whatever holiday you celebrate. I love you. Bye.